Okay. Now, you will write notice writing. You already have done it in the earlier classes, but still you're going to do it. Why? Because I'll tell you, all these years I've been observing that in spite of the fact that you always write notice writing for a long time. In fact, that's the only thing that I see from ninth onwards or even before that. Children start writing, yet make a lot of mistakes. So I'm going to show you a PPT which has been prepared and which will give you all the details regarding like what has to be included in a PPT, I mean notice writing, what are the details that you require, where do you go wrong, everything. I'll give you a sample letter or a sample of notice so that you guys can follow exactly how it is to be written, dates and everything, and the title and the content, how it should be written, what all should be written, everything in detail. And of course, when you are doing this physically in your notebook and you're going to at least one, three I'll give you, there will be an option of free notice writing. In that, I will give you an option of doing it at least one and showing it or sharing it on the screen today. Share the screen. I'm leaving you like that as a presenter. So after completing the notice writing, you're going to display it here and submit it in the class group as well. Secondly, when you are writing, we will discuss about homonyms and homophones orally, more like a quiz kind of a thing or more like an oral test kind of a thing. So these two things we are going to take up today. Okay. Now, first and foremost is notice writing. What is the format? What is the content? Everything you're going to know from this. Now, one of you can just confirm whether it's visible to you or not, and then we can move ahead. Yeah, anyone just...
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, now notice writing. Now, in this particular thing, which you must have done repeatedly and yet wouldn't have scored the full marks, these are the things that you have to keep in mind. Because with writing skills, grammar fetch you a lot of marks. And also, it, at times brings down your score. So why not be careful? There is another one which is called note making. I'm going to discuss that in the next one as well. So note making will take some time. So we'll do in detail. At least you'll keep practicing as well. Maybe next week I'll take up that. And note making and all these writing skills and grammar fetch you a lot of marks. So if we say from the perspective of marks, that is also important. And as far as learning goes, obviously you must know exactly what is to be written. Now coming to notice writing. A notice is a medium to convey a message to the masses together at the same time. Now, what does it mean? It's like in your own school, when you guys were coming to the school, that is physically, you would have noticed that when you are climbing after your assembly or when you come to the school in the morning, on the walls, that is like on both the sides of the walls, you see those notice boards. Some are house boards, some are your, school gives you certain notices and all that. So everything is displayed there. When you move up, you have a look, and it is for everyone. It is not as if individual thing is given to you, but it is put across for each one of us. And people who go past that there, they can always have a look. Now, a notice is a medium to convey a message to the masses together at the same time. So when you're moving up in your own corridors, you can see the notice board. And where is it used? It is used in schools, organizations, government boards, and all these places. Now, why is it used? It is used to inform people about various events, issues, and public instructions. So basically, like if you want to convey something as a whole to everyone, this is how you do. And points to remember. Now, these are the 10 points which are very important. I'm definitely going to share it in your class group so all of you can have a look. But otherwise, also, just you can always remember these 10 points. Now, can one of you just read it aloud? Vanshika, why don't you read, beta? Why don't you read it aloud? points to remember.
First point, begin with the name of the issuing authority, institution, organization, school, or society. Write the notice.
Yeah. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Write the word
Yeah.
notice in capital letters. Write the date on left hand side. Title heading of the event in the center. Mention the purpose of notice and details of event. Process and chief
Date.
guest,
Hmm.
uh, date, time, venue, duration, and program. 6 point, process and chief guest, if any. Other details or relevant instructions. Name and designation of the person issuing the notice. Avoid the use of personal pronouns. And last point, that is, put the notice in a box.
Yeah. And the word limit is 50 words. Marks distribution is 3, which includes format 1 mark, content 1 mark, expression 1 mark. Now see how it is to be written, how it is to be put in a box. Name of the issuing authority, school or organization. Now, the points to remember, now I'm going to explain each one of them. Begin with the name of the issuing authority, institution, organization, school, or society. Meaning, basically, the person who or the institution which issues it, you're going to write the name and, of course, the place as well. Please remember, if it is to be written like this, that name of the organization is NK Bagrodia Public School, comma, Dwarka. Dwarka, you're not going to leave it out. Okay, so this is it. The next one, write the word notice in capital letters. Now see the sample one. Here it is the sample one. You can notice how it is written. NOTICE, notice. Now this is the second one. Third, write the date on the left hand side. Now even in date, please remember, you cannot write short form of the date. Like you don't have to write, suppose today is say 14th, so 14.06.21. No, you're not going to write like that. You're going to write completely that June so and so date and 2021 or 28th of June 2021. This is how complete thing you're going to write, not in short form. Fine. Now coming to the title. Now title or heading of the thing is to be written in right in the middle. Just see how it is. The format, if you can see it, it is right in the middle, and this is how it is to be done. Now coming to the content, the first one, the first paragraph which will be there, which will include day, date, time, venue, duration, and program. Suppose, for example, you are writing a notice for the school children regarding the annual function. Now, you're going to mention that the school is going to, this is to bring to your notice that the school is going to have the annual function, school annual function, on on so and so date. Time is say 5:30 in the evening. Venue is school auditorium or school playground. And if at all, like you have a chief guest, who is that person? Or you can mention the name and the designation of that person. And do not, and I repeat, do not write or begin with I did this and I am going to inform you and all that. The personal pronouns have to be avoided. You have to just write directly like this. This is to bring to your notice that something like that. So in that manner. And put the notice in a box. The box carries a mark. So you cannot leave out the box. The notice has to be written in a box. Now, the word limit is 50. Now you would say, ma'am, how would we know that it is 50 words? We don't have that much of time to calculate it, right? So please remember in the future also, for other article writing and all that also, please remember that how do you count? In an average Indian way of writing, we write 5 to 6 words in a line, leaving out the preposition, conjunctions, interjections, and all that. So calculate that if it is 5 words or 6 words in one line, so as per your CBSE papers or your class papers or your registers. So accordingly, how many lines should it be? 7 to 8 lines maximum?
Ma'am, your voice is lagging very much.
Okay, just a second. Am I audible now? Just confirm one of you so that I, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So please remember that in those 50 words, the line would consist of maximum 5 to 6 words in a line. So accordingly, if you calculate, that will be maximum 8 to 10 lines that you're going to calculate and get over with the notice. So it is average out 10 lines in one notice, and that will be 50 words maximum. And then the marks is divided like this, that the format carries 1 mark, which the format would include name of the institution, notice, date, title, writer's name with designation. And the content would include all the WH words, that is what, when, where, how, and who, and all that. Then there is, of course, the expression, the accuracy, the grammar, the fluency, and the overall presentation, which counts. Right? So this is what it is. Now, what are the topics that are generally a part of notice writing? That could be cultural and academic activities, picnics, tours, and excursions, sports, NSS, Red Cross camps, lost and found, celebrations, public notices, and all that. Now, please just have a look, all of you. This is like sample questions and plus the answers that I've tried and included here. I'm going to send it across in the group. You can all have a look. These are all sample questions plus their answers. So it makes your task very easy. When you write, you can write it like that. Yes, fine. Begin the sentence at the right in the beginning. Instead of starting in the middle, that is. So this is how it is. Few questions we have tried to incorporate here, and you're going to have a look. Fine. This I'm going to share it in the class group as well, and certain questions also we'll discuss. Now, I hope notice writing is very clear to you. First one, name of the organization. The second one, notice in bold letters. Third one, you will remember that the content would include day, date, time, and venue, which is most important. Then designation, I mean the signature first, and then the designation. A box is important, which is also which carries a mark. And of course, like I said, don't use personal pronouns in writing. These are very important. I hope you all get it very clearly. Any questions that you have? I mean, sorry.
Ma'am, what comes under expression?
Expression means with the overall presentation, the grammar, the accuracy, the syntax of the sentence, whether you have framed the sentence properly or not. There might be, you might think that you have put in everything, that day, date, time, venue, everything I put, but why has ma'am deducted the mark? It could be because it is not written in a proper order, the presentation is not right, or maybe the grammar is not right. So all these things are also counted in it. Anything else, Beta? Otherwise, I'll give you the question in your thing in the box. Just a second. All of you can, after that, copy it and write it. Just a second. Please, in the meanwhile, all of you take out your copies. Now see, this is the ideal format. See how it is written? Is it visible to you? Yes. Anybody? Just confirm one of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it? No. Yes, ma'am. Now I'm just sharing it in the class group. Just all of you have a look. Just a second. There's the ideal format, the way you are going to write, even the way the date has to be written and everything. Okay. Now, 1 minute. See, modern school, Barakamba Road, New Delhi. See how it is written. The name of the organization and the date is given. Now, leave one line, write notice in bold letters, capital letters, that is. Again, go to the next left hand corner, write March 20. It depends on today's date, also, you can write. Today's date is like 14th of June. So, June 14, 2021. Now, very crisp and very short, not a very long sentence as title. It should be very crisply written, 3 to 4 words or a phrase maximum. See, for example, here, attention, music lovers. With an exclamation mark, you can always give that. Now, the school is hosting the sixth inter-school musical carnival for classes 6 to 9 on April 10, 2000. Whatever, you can mention the date, at India Habitat Center, Lodi Road, at 9 a.m. So, time is also there, date is there, venue is there, whom is it addressed to, that information is also there. Now, next one would be like who all are going to be present, who is the chief guest, that part you have to mention. All the talented students with gifted voice may appear for the audition to be conducted in the presence of Mrs. Bela Shinde, the well-known singer, on March 22nd, 2012 at 9 a.m. in the school auditorium. Now, this line, which is the last line, you must always include. For further details, contact the undersigned. For further details, contact the undersigned. Now write the name or the signature first and then the designation. I've seen children making mistake of doing first the designation and then the name. So here you must remember very clearly, first the signature, the name, and then the designation. So this is it. I've sent it on the class group. There also you can have a look. Now coming to a few questions. Just a second. I'll just find out. Just a second. All of you in the meanwhile can open your notebook and we can start with the homonyms and homophones as well. Okay. Here, 3 questions I have given. In fact, just a second. This I'm sharing with your class group as well. All of you just have a look. There are 3 questions. All of you just have a look on your class group. I will post this on the chat as well on Teams. There are 3 questions. 9, 10, 11 it's written. You're going to attempt at least one. Okay. That you lost your Titan wristwatch in your school. Draft a notice to be placed in your school notice board. You are a student of class 12th of Rani Ahilya Devi Senior Secondary School, Gwalior, fine as Rani or Ram. Now the second question, you are secretary of Gymkhana Club, Madurai. Write a notice informing the members to attend an extraordinary meeting of the governing body. Include details like date, time, venue, etc. Sign as Prabhu or Pratika. And please remember, when the name is given, you're going to stick to that. You're not going to invent your own thing. And most important, never write X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and all that. Now, third question is, due to a sudden landslide and inclement weather, meaning difficult weather, changing weather, and all that, St. Francis School, Vasco, has to be closed for a week. As principal of that school, draft a notice to be displayed at the main notice board. So these are the things. Okay, just a second. Now I'm going to post this. Just a second. Just a minute, just a minute. On the laptop, it's easier, but I'm not able to. Just a second. Okay, just a minute. Let me post it here first. In the meanwhile, we'll take up the next one. 1 minute. Okay. This is the next one which we are taking up, next topic. That is homonyms and homophones. Now, is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, I'm just sharing that other one also in the chat. And also in the class group, I have shared that other PPT of notice writing. There are sample questions in that as well. Now, coming to homonyms and homophones. Homonyms, we come across all these two things quite often. In fact, right now only we use a word that is notice. Did you notice a notice? Right? So in these both the words, they mean different. Okay, they'll have different meaning. You write the same word, but the meaning is very different. They're spelled the same way, but they're very different when you mean it. Now, there are certain examples, like before we do homophones, we'll take up homonyms. A word that sounds and it's spelled the same as another word, but has a different meaning and origin. So, like for example, like I said, notice and notice. Now, can anybody tell me what is the difference between notice and notice? We'll begin with something which we are discussing already.
Ma'am, notice and
Notice, Notice, Notice.
Ma'am, one notice
So,
I'm the verb and the
is a
noun.
word that means
uh,
to notice,
uh,
and one is the
uh,
notice we are writing, that is a noun.
okay. So, anybody has anything, but or do you all agree to it? One is something which you see or which you come across, and the second one is which we are talking about, the notice writing better. Yeah. Now, second word which is here mentioned, address and address. Can anybody tell me what is the difference between both of them? How is it different in
Ma'am, one
meaning?
of them is to say or to state, and
Hmm.
the other one is the place or
Place or name of a building.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. One place is your residence or your address is like where exactly you stay, and the other address is addressing a crowd or saying or speaking, right? Addressing a
And it's verb
gathering.
and noun.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Arm and arm.
Ma'am, one arm means our human arm, and second arm means ammunition.
Ammunition. Yes. What else? Next, give me examples. These are few examples that I have given you. Now you give me examples of your own. Can anybody tell me? I'll just remove this so that you hmm? Ex- explain explain that. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. And what else? Give
Ma'am,
other
live and
examples.
die.
Hmm. Yeah. Explain that, beta. Explain that. Yeah. What happened? Am I not audible?
ma'am, you
You
are
are
Yeah.
audible.
audible.
So examples. Come up with examples, beta. Yeah. Or maybe with just a second. You can tell me what is the difference between, say, uh, train and train. Train, 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 and train.
The first train is to teach, and the second one is engine. That train.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Give training and a physical presence of a train. Okay. Next one. Bank and bank.
Bat and bat.
Yes. Bat and bat. Yes. Bank and bank. Can anybody tell me?
Banking.
One is the bank. The first bank is used to withdraw money, and second bank means seashore.
Seashore. It okay. It is the river. In fact, the banks of the river.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Next one. Right and right.
The
Ma'am,
first one
Left.
is correct, and the second
Ma'am,
one
the
is
correct and
direction.
direction.
Okay. Very good. Left and left.
Ma'am, one is
Ma'am,
Ma'am, to
direction and the
leave
other
and
is
And one is
direction.
direction
past and
and
One
future.
by
one
one.
is
One by one.
verb.
Okay.
one left is to
Fine.
leave, and one left
Uh,
is the left
the direction.
side
Yeah.
direction.
Okay. Great show. Now, all of you, please check the chat box there. I have posted three notice writing there. Okay, there are three examples. Now, what you do is attempt at least one of them. In the meanwhile, we are doing all these exercises, the drill that we are following. In the meanwhile, or at least one. It doesn't take much time. Better write it in your register, and after some time, you can display it here or share it, share the screen, or even you can switch on the video and show me the paper. Okay, so do it. And some of you, yeah, right now, beta. Had it been a physical class, you would be writing or what? In the classroom, if
Ma'am,
you would have been taking class, yeah,
ma'am,
yes,
each and click can also be homonym. So first click is to
yeah,
click picture, and one
yes,
to direct.
yes. Your voice is a little shaky, beta, so maybe the connection. Okay, doesn't matter, but it's right. Yeah. Now coming to ring and ring. Can anybody tell me the difference between ring and ring? And in the meanwhile, all of you start writing as well. Simultaneously, both the things will go on. Which questions are both on your group. I've shared it on the class group, and if somebody can access the chat box, there also I've shared it. Yeah. Now coming to yeah.
Here as well.
Ma'am,
Yes.
one of them is a
The
verb,
other
and the
one is
second one is what we wear in our fingers.
Accessory.
Okay. Excellent. Now coming to homophones. Now, what are homophones? Each of the two or more words having same pronunciation. Please remember this. Each of the two or more words having same pronunciation but different meanings, origins, and spelling. I repeat again. Each of the two or more words having same pronunciation but different meanings, origins, and spelling. Now, coming to the examples, and you're going to do the explanation. Add and add. Can anybody tell me? They are different. See, the way they are written, they are completely different, meaning the spellings are also different, but the pronunciation is the same. The pronunciation is the same. Add and add. Can anybody tell me what is the difference?
one is short form
Ma'am, the first
advertisement and
one is
one is
One is
addition.
short form for advertisement and one is to addition.
Yeah. Somebody else was saying, but one by one. I'm saying one by one. Yeah. Add and add. One is the addition, and the other one is the advertisement which you see in the TV or newspaper or anywhere. Now, write and write. WRITE and RITE. Can anybody tell me the difference?
Ma'am, one is verb and the other is ma'am rituals. Right, last
Okay.
right.
Yes. Yes. Now coming to the next one. Air and air. Don't say hair. It is air. Air and air. AIR and HEIR. Can somebody tell me the difference?
Ma'am, one is refers to the
And one
gas.
is the hair on our head, and the other is the heir to a throne.
No, no. One hair is not hair. It is air. AIR.
Ma'am, the
Air is
AR
something that
one is the gas, and HEIR one is the mambo, the successor one.
suppressor. Okay.
Yes.
The person who inherits, and air is the air that we breathe. Yes. Sight and sight. Can anybody tell me? SIGHT
Ma'am,
and
ma'am, SITE
yeah.
sight is to hide and SIGHT is eyesight.
Sight is to hide.
One side is
And one is sight, while
No,
the other
ma'am,
is
that
location.
is actually CITE sight. And one more sight
Ah,
is there.
sight and sight. Can anybody tell me the difference?
And one is eyesight sight, and the other one is location sight.
Location. Very good. Arms and arms.
And
ALMS
one is
and
what we call the
ARMS.
beggars. The other is our
Huh?
arms or
Yeah.
ammunition arms.
Okay. Yeah, it
Ma'am,
can
what
be
is
your hand.
arms? ALMS.
ALMS. Yes, it means
Ma'am, donate.
getting something in charity. Yeah, donating in charity or getting something as the beggars get, or even the people who get donations and all. Alms basically somebody who does charity. Okay. Now 8 and 8, ATE
Ma'am,
and
8 is to
AEI.
eat, and the other 8 is a number.
Yes. Now beat and beat, BEAT and BEET.
And one is beetroot, while the other is a verb to beat.
Yes. One is to beat somebody, the other one is the fruit that you have, the vegetable or fruit. Okay. Now, somebody find out what is a beetroot, whether it is a fruit or a vegetable. Can anybody give me an idea?
Vegetable.
Okay.
Vegetable.
Now,
Vegetable.
next one,
Fruit.
corpse and corpse. Yeah,
Ma'am, one
you
And
find
one
Ma'am,
is
out
the
and
corpse
tell
is
me.
the dead
and the
body,
other
and
is
corpse is
is
fully.
Yes. So, in this first word you have heard in the first chapter itself, the portrait of a lady, corpse and corpse. Now, check and check. CHECK and CHEQE. What is it?
and
Ma'am,
one
the
is
first
to
one is
check
to look
something
Ma'am,
after.
out, and
one
the other
check is
is
to
check.
inspect and one check is the check we write to transit money.
Yes. Okay. Night and night. ANIGHT, NIGH.
Ma'am, night is like ma'am day and
One
night
is horse.
and KNI
Other
GHT is a soldier, ma'am.
horse.
Ma'am, ma'am, knights in the ma'am, I guess olden times they used to call them knights, those who used to protect the castle and all.
Yes. So night and night. Night is somebody who's a warrior kind of a person. Night is, of course, the night when we sleep. Nose and nose. NOSE and KNOWS. Completely different, but pronunciation same. Yeah. Somebody else. Fast, fast.
Nose, the ma'am, first nose is the part of the body, and second nose who knows anything.
Yeah. Information or knowledge or yeah. Not and not. NOT and KNOT. Yeah.
And second is
What is the second one?
to tie.
Okay. Okay. And what else could be not? Okay. Think over it. Now, deer and deer. Very different.
Ma'am, the
And one
first
is
one
animal,
is an
and the
animal,
other
and the
is
second one
something
is
dear
a
to
loved
us.
one.
Okay. Need and need. KNEAD and
And
NEED.
one we need
Ma'am, the
do,
first
and the
one is a
need is
verb.
something that we need, that we require.
Okay. Now, weather and weather.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what does KNED? KNED means, ma'am. That one need.
KNEAD and NEED. Needing means, like when you are needing, what do you call, flour, flour, FLOUR. Meaning, जिसको हम बोलते हैं
And
ना
we
बेटा
also need
आटा
dough,
गूंदना
right?
जिसको बोलते हैं.
Do.
Pardon me?
And we also need dough, right?
Yeah, that dough only. Yeah, I आटा गूंदना जिसको हम बोलते हैं. So kneading is that. And need means obviously we require something.
Requirement.
Now, yeah, weather and weather.
Ma'am, first whether is
From the weather or not, and the other weather is related to
the
the climate,
climate.
the
Okay,
temporary climate.
okay. Rain and rain.
Ma'am, one is rain.
Tenure. Yes. Yes. Now, your task is after this, your task is that you are going to write at least 25 each on your own. Okay. See, this is how I shared it on your chat box. The 3 questions, please have a look. Or also in the class group, you can have a look there itself and write at least one. Have you all written? You're writing something at least? How many of you, just raise your hand, has managed to write something? Yes? At least began something? Please raise your hands. I can just see. Yes. Aishwarya, then somebody else. Yeah. Arumita,
Ma'am,
Sanket. Yes, beta?
ma'am, topic should also be in the caps.
No, 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 no. See, just one of the sample question is also there. Have a look. There is a sample question that I've shared as well. That format which is there, you can have a look there itself. Just a minute, let me share that sample with you so that all of you can have a look again. Is it visible? Just see this sample.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Is it either you can write in capital letters or you can underline it. By chance, if you've forgotten, no need, not in a rush, but at least underline it.
Ma'am,
These are all class assignments which are assessed also. There are like, even as a practice also you learn a lot. How
ma'am,
many? Yes, Ashwari.
ma'am, our SCIENCE and SIGNS homophones.
Pardon me, I didn't get you. I really didn't get you, Ekta. What are you trying to convey?
Ma'am, are SCINCE signs and SIGNS signs homophones?
Ah, yes. Science and science. Yes. Oh, that's really nice. I thought you were trying to say something else. Okay. In fact, write 25 of them and let me just have a look then.
Ma'am, plain and plain is also.
I would just say yes, yes. There are n number of them, n number. And it's a sincere request. Please don't copy it from the internet. That will be like a very disappointing thing. I know it is available. It is there. Everything is there on the net. But it is always a good thing if you do it. on your own. First try it. Let's see how we can do.
Ma'am,
Yes,
our accept and accept is our homophone.
yes, yes. Are you guys doing Shashwat? Are you doing the notice writing beta? Arav, Shashwat, Siddharth, are you guys doing? Yeah, good.
Yes, ma'am.
See, assume that you are in a class. This is after all a class. So you have to involve yourself. You have to do this.
Ma'am, if we are not given a name in the notice, then what should we write?
Preferably one name, any name that you want to, but
Ma'am,
not
but
X, Y, Z.
then marks will be deducted for this.
For what?
I'm writing name.
No, not exactly, but yes, if it is mentioned in the question, you're going to stick to the question. But if there is no name, you need not. But you don't write X, Y, Z and A, B, C. These kind of vague things you will not write. You directly write a name, any name. You can cook up one name on your own.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, do we have to write a notice that you gave now?
yes, yes, beta. That's exactly what I'm saying. All this while I've been waiting for that only. There are three questions. Just have a look. I've shared this thing with you. I've already shared on the class group. I've done it with the chat. Now here also on the screen, this is mentioned. Have a look. There are three questions. You have to attempt at least one. Show it to me. You lost your Titan wristwatch in your school. Draft a notice to be placed in your school notice board. You are a student of class 12th or 11th, you can write, of Raini Ahilya Devi Senior Secondary School, Gwalior. So every detail should be there as per the question. Sign as Rani or Ram. Now, second one, you are secretary of Gymkhana Club, Madurai. Write a notice informing the members to attend an extraordinary meeting of the governing body. Include details like date, time, venue, etc. Sign as Prabhu or Pratibha. Now, last one, due to a sudden landslide and inclement weather, St. Francis School, Vasco has to be closed for a week. As principal of that school, draft a notice to be displayed at the school main gate notice board. Right? Anybody who's managed to do it?
Yes, ma'am, I've done it. I'm just sending you.
No, don't send me, beta. Share it in the class. Yeah, it'll be really nice.
Okay, ma'am.
You can share the screen or you can open your video and show it to me. Aryan has also done. Aryan,
Ma'am, I've also done now.
good, good, very good. So Aryan, if you are ready, you can share the screen or maybe you can open your video and just show me the page where you have done.
Yes, ma'am. Send.
Yeah, Aryan, I still waiting, beta. Just a few more minutes are left of this class. At least one or two I want to see.
Ma'am, I have sent it on the chat.
Okay, just a second. Yeah, Vani has sent it, but yes. Yes, yes. Misplaced watch. This is to bring to your notice that a black color Titan wristwatch with a scratch on its left strip is misplaced somewhere near the ground area. Beta, Vani, you have not written which date, which time, and all that. So the main purpose is lost. You have to write where did you lose it?
Ma'am,
You
it's
written
visible.
ground. But which date have you lost it? These things you need to press. Yes. Yeah, it is visible, beta. But it's not very
Ma'am,
clear.
but the notice is dated of
Ma'am, now it is visible.
Yes. Now it is visible. Okay. And one more thing, Aryan. Beta, Titan wristwatch lost. In school, you don't have to write.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Just write this much. Titan wristwatch lost. This is to inform you all. This is to inform to all of you that a Titan wristwatch was lost in school. Okay, it looked like a silver. See, none of you are again writing anything about what do you call the date, the time, the place where you lost it. That is most important. When did you lose it? The date is not written. Which date? Which date? Right? Please mention. See,
ma'am, but the
when
date is already mentioned.
doesn't matter, beta. That is the date you have put the notice on. But have you actually lost it on the same day? So you have to mention that. Okay. Yeah, Arav has sent it here. Okay. Yes. See, this is how he's written. In the school premises yesterday. If you find the watch, please return it to the undersigned. It would be of great help. So at least he's mentioned this, that if today is 14th of June, in fact, Arav, please write June 14th. Okay? Otherwise, it's perfect. Yeah. The rest of you also, please write. I'm categorically telling you, day, date, and time and venue are very important for you to score marks. Okay, Kanak, where is your thing, beta? Where is your writer?
Ma'am, may I present?
Yes. Okay. St. Francis School, Vasco, notice, so and so day. The other way around, you put it, beta, June 14, 2021. Urgent attention. This is to bring to your notice that due to a landslide nearby, the school and disturbed weather. What is it? Nearby the school. Okay. And disturbed. Beta, weather ka spelling, just check that. The school will remain closed from now this date. Further notice, contact. Fine. But check the spelling beta of weather. And just now we had a discussion, in fact, about weather and weather. Yeah, but otherwise it is perfect. All the date, time, venue, everything is given. Yes. Fine. So all of you, please attempt it and send it across in the class group. Right? Lakshay, Akash, and all that. Pashwat, all of you are there. Sanket, Pragya, Siddharth, Kana, everybody. Please. Yeah, Vanshika? Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, I have also sent.
Hmm. Okay. So on that note, let's wind up the class for today. And tomorrow, all of you must prepare yourself and come. We'll do active and passive voice tomorrow, along with an introduction to the poetic devices as well. Okay. So Arumita has also sent, Arav has sent, Vani has sent.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, should we send you the notice in the chat only or on
Not
the
necessary.
WhatsApp number?
No, beta, you can do it in the class group. You have an English group, you can send it there.
Okay, ma'am.
Click a photograph and send it there.
Okay, ma'am.
I've also sent Vanshika.
Okay, just a second, Manchika. Yeah, I'll just yes. Yeah. Vani has also sent. Okay. Fine. Okay then. Chalo. I'll see you tomorrow then. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, man. Thank you.